Chancellor Harantsova will now present a special recognition to promote Ukraine for helping Ukrainian citizens in Europe.
Thank you very much, and muchísimas gracias. I think we have heard many inspiring and extraordinary projects that you participated in, that you created. They were created by men, women, young, older citizens, and they are all inspirations for the rest of us. All made a big difference, and I hope and I believe you will continue with your projects to offer support to those they need us. Ladies and gentlemen, the European Parliament's 2022 Sakharov Prize for Freedom of Thought was awarded to the brave people of Ukraine, represented by their president, elected leaders and civil society. Here too, many European Citizens' Prizes have honored those supporting Ukraine and its people. One Ukrainian civil organization based here in Brussels and one of our winners is Promote Ukraine, a civil society platform to design and implement initiatives for Ukrainian victory and recovery. Therefore, I would like now to invite the founding chair of Promote Ukraine, Marta Barandiy, Doctor of International and European Law, to come forward and address us in honor of all associations helping Ukrainians at home and within the European Union. Slava Ukraine! And thank you very much. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chancellor. Thank you, dear friends. We have gathered here because we all have a common pain. We have common struggle for justice and for a better world, for a better future. Each of us in our own field of activities. Peace, democracy, inclusivity, diversity. When time comes, our fight becomes visible. And when our fight becomes visible, it makes a difference. It changes lives. Our organizations have all been selected for this prize for active positions because we encourage mutual understanding, closer integration, cross-border cooperation, and fundamental rights. And I would like to talk to you about these values and three symbols, my personal symbols around these values: the symbol of co-working, the symbol of recognition, and the symbol of unity. My story started in 2014 when Russia occupied Crimea. I founded the organization Promote Ukraine. In 8 years, this organization has built a reputation, trust, and a structure to be able to accommodate more than 100 volunteers when the full-scale invasion started. On 24th February, the day of the invasion, I was in Egypt. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I received a call from a friend of mine to put on TV. I switched on the news, and I saw an evil. From that moment on, I did not get up from my chair. I was sitting and calling and writing. I contacted the police officers in Brussels and asked them for the permission for the manifestations. I contacted all the activists I knew in Brussels and beyond to gather in the messenger, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp Messenger, Signal Messengers. Only at 1 o'clock, when I knew that the first manifestation in Brussels was happening near the Russian embassy, I was able to get up from my chair, and that was to grab the charger for my phone that had been dead by that time. The next day, I was traveling to Brussels. Just before boarding, I have got an email from a colleague of mine, Marina Jaroszewicz, who asked me to sign a letter urgently. And the letter was a request to the President of the European Parliament to grant Ukrainian civil society activists in Brussels a space where they could coordinate their actions. When everyone on the plane, while boarding, had to switch off their phone, I had to sign a letter because I knew that every minute is important. I signed the letter, I switched off the phone, and I forgot about it. I came to Brussels, and the same moment I joined the movement. I joined the manifestations, I joined the support of Ukraine and Ukrainians. On the 3rd of March, I was invited here to European Parliament by the TV channel TV5 Monde to participate in the program called Station Europe. Here in the media studio of European Parliament, I met Benoit Ludgen, the member of the European Parliament from Belgium. After our exchange during the interview, he cried. He got up and asked me, "Marta, how can I help you? How can I help Ukrainians?" I told him, "Come with me. Meet the volunteers just the street next to the European Parliament." And he came with me. He spent around 1 hour with our volunteers and he took a decision. And the decision was to go to Ukraine. It was 3rd of March. On the 8th of March, me and Benoit Ludgen were in Ukraine distributing the humanitarian help that he was able to gather from the citizens of Bastonia, where he is also a mayor. We wanted to go further, deeper into Ukraine, but it was not allowed due to security reasons. 8th of March, the battle for Irpin was happening. Bucha was massacred, and the control over Izium by Russians was established. As we could not go any further to Ukraine, we had to go back to Belgium. When I came back, I received a call from the European Parliament saying that my request that I made back on the plane has been approved, and Ukrainian civil society activists have been granted a space to coordinate their activities. This means a symbol for me, the symbol to which personally the President of European Parliament, Roberta Metsola, participated. She was engaged. She helped us to create a mutual understanding between the activists of Ukrainian civil society and the activists of European civil societies, of European decision makers. So the co-working is the first symbol. In these 8 months, we organized more than 70 manifestations. We gathered more than 8,000 people for the march, more than 5,000 people for the concert, and more than 1,000 people when we encircled the European Commission's building in Berlaymont. We held more than 50 meetings with politicians and decision makers behind closed doors, where we advocated for more sanctions for Russia, more weapons for Ukraine, and designating Russia as terrorist state. We collected more than 300,000 euros in donations and supported more than 30 units with life-saving, non-lethal equipment. We established Ukrainian Cultural Center for displaced people. More than 3,000 people were supported in this center with information, trainings, workshops, and more. We have been interviewed by world-renowned media on our fight. And yesterday, I talked to one of the interviewers about our work. It was on the radio, RTBF, the Belgian radio. And I talked about my last humanitarian trip to Ukraine. Indeed, I came back from Ukraine a week ago, from the front line. And here is the second symbol, the symbol of recognition. 1 week after I came back from Ukraine, in March, we were given a building, Station Europe, by President Metsola. And this time, 1 week after I came back from Ukraine, we are given the European Citizens Prize. This symbol of recognition will stay with us. We are helping cross-border Together with the Belgian politician Georges Dalmagne, I went to Ukraine this time. I went with Georges Dalmagne also last time. For him, it's a normal activity as he is a Belgian MP responsible for the friendship of Belgium and Ukraine in the Belgian parliament. This time, we went to Lviv, Kyiv, Irpin, Kharkiv, Izium, and back. We brought humanitarian help to Ukraine, and we brought back stories to Brussels. And one story of Ukrainians has a common denominator. All of them said, Ukrainians can live without food, but they cannot live without liberty. And for that, we are ready to die. We all dedicate our lives to helping people, and here you have the third symbol. This war started on the 24th of February 2022. Today, we are 24 volunteers of Promote Ukraine present. There are 24 members of Promote Ukraine. This marks the strength, the force, and the resistance. If we, 24 of us, were able to make it, when tens of us here in this room were able to make it, just imagine how much hundreds of us in this building, thousands of us in this city, millions of us in this country and beyond can do when we unite our forces to defend peace and democracy. I would like to invite all Ukrainian winning organizations here to the stage for a photo with the Chancellor.